Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dalton Moore. I'm here with you today to go over why a home economics class should be required in high school. On the PowerPoint that I have with me, there's 6 questions up on board. Just take note, jot them down, make them out. One of them it's basically, do you know how? So it's like, do you know how to file taxes? Do you know how to do basic automotive, like change oil, change a car tire? Do you know how to take care of a child? Do you know how to cook? The three points I'm going to be going over today. First, being why a home economics should be required is because students aren't currently prepared to live on their own. Second, because students need to learn how to cook so they can save money. And therefore, for the third and final reason, why a home economics class should be required and given funding immediately by the federal government. Moving on to why a high school home economics class should be required, because currently students aren't prepared for living on their own. Quoted by Becker in 2004, students need to see the effects of financial decisions before they are exposed to them. They don't need hours of busy work. And the second quote that I have for you by Bernheim, Garrett, and Mackey in 2001 is, there is evidence that poor financial decisions come from not appreciating economic vulnerabilities, and that education could inform and prevent those situations. So basically, we are undereducated for our financial decisions, and we are not fully prepared to live within the real world and make full economic decisions and financial decisions and have a full financial plan. Moving on with this, we are going to be going to the second reason, which correlates to it, is why a high school student should be required to take a home economics class, because they need to learn how to cook in order to save money. So Lichtenstein in 2010 said about a third of the population of adolescents is obese or overweight. And as we approach minority groups, that increases to 50%. Smith in 2013 said that American diets have shifted towards decreased nutrient density, with less than a fifth meeting USDA guidelines for a healthy diet. And U.S. consumers consume foods away from home sources. So we are relying more on microwave meals and fast food and restaurants and basic meals that are already prepared, like Tyson chicken nuggets in a bag that are already prepared and already cooked, instead of actually learning how to cook, because it is cheap, it is faster, and we don't know how, and we won't learn how through that process. So we need a home economics class in order to teach us how to cook a proper meal, in order to be more fiscally stable and more financially stable and aware of our situation. And coming to our final point of why a high school home economics class should be required immediately, and coming to our final reason of why high school home economics class should be funded and required immediately, is quoted for Giorgio in 2003. The more integrated a home economics class is, the better the understanding. And by Bernheim, Garrett, and Mackey in 2001 again, the more they are exposed to financial education, the more they will end up saving in their lives. So the more we get educated on finances, childcare, basic home economic stuff, automotive maintenance, just basic house needing stuff, the better we will be off prepared. And yet we don't get the education that we need in order to be. So we are left exposed and in these bad situations in order to figure it out by ourselves. So in conclusion, this is why a home economics class should be required for all high school students in the United States. Because students aren't prepared to live on their own, because students need to learn how to cook so they can end up saving money, and finally, therefore, why funding should be given towards this class and why it should be required. It is so we can better prepare not only us and what's going on, but it'll also prepare our future. So won't you help future generations by making a mandatory home economics class? Up on the board I have a link to Miss Lebo, the Director of Education for the state of Iowa. If you could please request and send an email to her requesting that a home economics class be required. That is all I ask. Thank you.